I think she's very confused right now. She always had a sparkle and a grin on her face, and now her eyes are, she has all I can say is like a dead look, and I'm like, there's nothing there. And she seems like she's angry. We had originally brought some toys from home that she loved to play with, and she looked at them, and she looked at us, and then she threw them down. And it's like she's not quite sure. And then she looks around in the room like, why am I here? Why am I in this place? And then when we leave, she looks at us with eyes that say, please, please take me. And she doesn't understand why we don't take her home with us. I don't understand either. There's no reason they should still have this child. None. She is loved. She has been spoiled and loved here in this home. And no one can love a child like family can. And the system seems to want, once they take a child, they don't want to give them back again. Even, I think it's more of a feeling they don't want to be wrong, so they have to keep the child as long as they can in order for them to show that they're right on this. And she's a beautiful little girl, and we're missing time in her life, and she's missing us. And this didn't have to happen. When I got 2 messages, I was working that day, and I got 2 messages from Patty, something's wrong here, Mom, you have to come in. When I come in, there was cops and a caseworker there. And I'm trying to be calm because I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. And so she's crying and upset, which is understandable. You have someone confronting you and things going on. And I'm saying, and they're talking about the drug test. I said, Patty, just go take the drug test. We know you don't do drugs. There's no doubt in my mind or your mind. Just go take the drug test. If that's what they want, we can prove it to them. There's no problem.
Scared. When I leave, she holds on to me. She doesn't want to go. It's hard for me to get her to go to her father because he has to visit afterwards. She's never seen him. Or to the foster mom who's over there that day. But she calls on to me and starts crying. And I have to wait because if I cry in front of her, it's going to upset her more. But as soon as I leave that parking lot, it's like somebody just hit me with a ton of bricks because of what they're accusing me of. And I have been nothing but a loving, caring, more overprotective than anything mom.
Yes.
This is the only child I can ever have. And from day one, when I was pregnant, they did not think she was going to make it. So I am blessed to have her in my life more than anything, and I just want her home. I don't even know where she's at. I don't know where her whereabouts are.
Nobody, I've called everybody in Lancaster County, no one wanted to be involved. 2 reasons is Children and Youth Services is the first one. Everybody's like, oh no, Children and Youth Services, you know, once they have your child, forget it, they're in the system forever. And we don't want to be involved with that, or we're connected with Lancaster General Hospital, so we don't want to be involved with this. I made call after call after call trying to find someone who would at least help us. And I'm ashamed to say that I always thought if someone took your child, you did something terribly, terribly wrong. I'm ashamed of myself for feeling like that. And I know now that isn't true. And when other people have told me stories, I really didn't listen because I thought they did something wrong. Now I know that isn't true. And please, I hope that anyone who's listening to this will please, please listen if someone's trying to tell you something going on in their life with their child and custody of their children. Please listen to them. Hear their stories. You can see the baby on Monday then, because we were just frantic. I mean, I felt like someone died when they took the baby. We couldn't function, we could hardly talk, we couldn't sleep, we couldn't eat, we cried. For the 2 days before the court hearing, we constantly prayed and asked God for help and strength to get through this, because we knew we had to be strong for Brianna. And when we went to the hearing, we came away like, oh wow, he's saying we're going to have her back in probably a week, and we get to see her this week. We go to see her the next day. He calls, willing to do anything. We're both willing to do anything to get this child back. And then he tells me that he's going to set me up as a foster home, like a foster grandmother for the child. And he'll be out that week to look at my house. Never come out. I called, and I left messages for him. I left messages for his manager, Karen Rice. I left messages for her manager, Greg. And I'm sorry, I don't know his last name. I begged them to call me. I begged them to come out and look at my house. Again, I reiterated that my daughter would leave so that it would just be in, and my granddaughter here. Well, then they sent a letter stating, they said, you're going to get a letter in the mail. We're not going to let you have your granddaughter. We feel that you were involved in her medical care also. So we're sending you a letter. You'll get that soon. And then they had brought the father in and stated that the father would be, they were going to give custody to the father, or they've also threatened us they're going to be adopting the baby out. We've had that threatened right after the first week.
Said 12 months, 8 months was 6, months was 12. And now they're threatening the father with it. Gary Sanderson, I talked to the father and his wife, and at their last visit last Thursday, he stated that, you know, the clock is ticking. She's going up for adoption in 15 months, so it's always something different. And they won't let them have her either. I just want my little girl home. I did nothing wrong. And for anybody out there who has to deal with children and youth, something needs to be done. They have far too much power. And there's nobody above them, there's nobody to monitor them, and something needs to be done to correct the system, because they had no right to take my daughter. It's as if they've kidnapped my daughter, and I can't get her back. And I want her home where she belongs.
My daughter back. I want her in a home where I know she's safe and well cared for and loved. I don't want her with a stranger. There's no reason, this is the United States of America, the stranger should be able to come in and take your child from you. And you can prove that what they're saying is not true, but still they keep that child. This is not right. This is supposed to be the land of the free. This is certainly not freedom. When they steal your children, they kidnap them, and you can't get them back. I want her home where she's safe. I want to go in at night. I want to sing Rockabye Baby. We sang that every night before she went to bed. I want to get up in the morning, see her smiling little face. She would sit here and watch the news with me in the morning. She likes Yuki on the Philadelphia news. I don't want to see her smiling little face in the morning. And I want to hold her and tell her how much we both love her. And I'm so scared for her. I just want her back and safe and sound. These people have no right to be ruling her life or ours. There needs to be changes made.